Hello, lovely people. I'm back, and I'm glad you're back. If you're new here, my name is Cheryl. I'm from Southwest Florida, and I'm really happy to meet you. For those who follow me on a regular basis, welcome back. Thank you so much for stopping by and visiting with me. I've been out of town and taking care of my daughter, and but I'm back. So I thought I'd do something relaxing. I am working on my sea journal, which I'll give you a little sneak peek of what's going on. Bring it over here. I finally figured out a cover, which is going to be this antique book. It goes like this. And I have my signatures ready to cut down, and well, I guess it's not upside down. These are my signatures so far. And it's going to have, the binding is going to be, I was going to say feed sack, but it's not. Anyway, it doesn't matter what it's going to be, but that's it. And then my ephemera is in there, and some other things that we'll be making on camera. Ticking, mattress ticking. That's what I'm going to be using for the spine, and I'll be doing that on camera. But I thought I'd do something relaxing. So, do any of you besides me collect strips of paper? Like when you have strips cutoffs, do you save them or do you throw them away? I save mine by color. And I pulled out a whole bunch, and I made these on camera, and I looked up to see what time we were, and my camera was off. My camera only filmed for 18 minutes, so I'm going to keep an eye on it. I think it's okay now. I think the battery was too low, but regardless. So let's make some tags. Well, actually, let's make some new paper out of some strips. Okay, these are actually, I've already made like several, too many, but you can never have enough new paper out of old paper, right? So, just picked up what I dropped. What I do is, underneath this piece of paper is an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, and that kind of keeps me where I need to be when I put my strips together, because I'm not going to glue strips to the paper. I'm going to glue the strips to each other, and I cannot for the life of me remember what you call it. There's a name for it, but anyway, it doesn't matter what the name is. You can tell me in the description box below. I could have looked it up, but I didn't. So I hope you have some tea or coffee. I have some chai latte. And while I was away, my husband bought me some roses. Aren't they sweet? I have lots of plants in my craft room, and I love plants. So these are gonna stay inside. I lost my beautiful rose bushes in the hurricanes last year. They, salt water just destroyed my entire garden, but we won't talk about that. So I always save these little pieces that I've cut off because I might be able to use them. And here are my strips. I have book page, I have tea stained, I have music paper, ledger, some embossed paper, yeah, the stuff. And some of this is in strips, but it's close enough that I put it in my bag anyway. And I separate my strips because I make paper. Not this kind of paper that I'm talking about, this kind of paper. Let me just grab a sheet. I make this, and I like to, this. I like to dye, dye it different colors. So I did this batch all in white, and I did another batch in like a blue color. And I did some in like a minty green and some in a pink. So, so I keep the white separate, in a separate bag, unless it's embossed. I don't, and it's heavy. If it's heavy paper, like this is a linen paper, 24 pounds, so I won't put that in. But yeah, so anyway, let's make some new paper out of some strips, and we'll start with some book page. And the reason why I put this here is to see where about I need this to go. Now this isn't going to go all the way to the bottom here, if you can see it through the paper, but that's okay. I can attach something there if I want to. I actually think I might, just so I can get the whole book page in, I think I'm going to take those pieces off and save them for something else, like paint swatches, or I don't know, something. So I'm going to start with this. Now this is really wide. I don't usually go more than, I'm going to take this down to about 1.5 inches. I like to keep the strips pretty narrow. So I'm going to just figure out what I'm going to attach to that. That's a book page, so I need maybe some tea-stained paper. This is embossed tea-stained linen paper, which has been embossed. So what you want to do is you just want to glue this edge of the paper, okay? We're not gluing it, we're gluing each strip to each other. You've probably already done this before, and I have many times, but I haven't done it on video in a long time. So, and you can do this with any paper, book pages, pretty floral paper. But for my journal that I'm creating, I want to use like a neutral color, if you will. Now that's pretty wide, but that's okay. I can make it more narrow. I also have some register tape that's been tea dyed. And once you tea dye it, I don't know why, but it gets a really nice texture. And I like that torn edge. So I'm going to make that more narrow. I don't really want to lose that whole piece, so I am just going to trim it down because I'm cheap with my paper. I really am. I feel bad, but I am. I'm so stingy. Even my cutoffs. So are you all excited about a long weekend? I hope so. So let's see, that's glued on. What was I going to do next? Oh, this. It's kind of wide as well, so let's take this down a little bit. The tear's really nice too. I don't like to tear the embossed paper because it will make a mess. I don't mind tearing it if I'm putting it on something, but if it's in a case like this, then tearing it probably isn't the best idea. Oops. Okay, so make sure that's nice and glued down. Now that's probably the length that I want it. So I am going to just take this here, because that's the length that I want my new paper that I'm making out of my old paper, which now I'm going to lengthen this by putting this here, and I'm going to glue it from the back because that's how this is glued. And I'm going to put a little bit here. And I'm going to now just attach this to here. And I can trim this piece off later. But that just gives the illusion that it's one, you know, that it's one straight piece, sort of. And I think I will add this to here to make this longer. And then I can trim it up. Make sure I'm going the right way. Well, it doesn't matter. So there we go. See? Now you can trim it as you go, or you can wait till the end and trim it, whatever makes you happy. And that's about the length that I want it, okay? And then I think I will do, I did pull out a few blue pieces of ledger. Just because my sea theme journal, my beach journal, is got a lot of blues in it, too many blues actually. So now I'm going to just go down here. Oh, I really like that torn edge. I should have done it from underneath. Oh well, we'll think about it for the next piece. And I'm going to get that right to the top there. And make sure it's straight. That looks great. I'm happy with that. Now, let's see. Maybe a darker, or maybe this is from a piano. I can tell this is either piano or book. Now this, I'm going to keep this here. And I'm going to glue from underneath, but I'm going to glue this right on top of here to make it more narrow, if that makes sense. So this is a little bit brittle, so it's probably best that I do put it on top of something, because it's either from a book and or piano. I'm pretty sure it's, or any kind of music page. I have no idea. And I'm going to put it here on top because it's kind of brittle. So if you have a brittle piece and you want to use it, just make it a little bit wider and then put it on top. Okay. Now for my next piece, do I have any music paper here? Well, that is music. Maybe I'll use some white. Let me see. Goes this way, I think. This went through my embossing machine, but didn't emboss the whole piece. So that's why it's in here. I'm gonna go 1.5. And I might as well get some more strips. This is actually 2 embossing folders that I put through, but one of them is really old. It's my favorite one, and it didn't come out all the way. And this is tea stain paper that's been embossed, but again, it didn't go all the way. I'll go. So there we go. That should be good for now. The rest I can tear. I've missed you all. I don't like not videoing. I don't like not visiting. I'm nosy. I like to know what's going on in everybody's world. I think I'll use this darker. I like that. That I can tear. I don't know what, I think this is dictionary. Just let me check the words. Oh good, it's not in English. That's good. So I'll just take a piece of this. And I'm gonna take this edge off just because it's square. And this is round, and I might have to use a piece of this for the bottom. Huh. I wonder where that came from. Which book? There we go. So again, just do that. And then I made another piece here. I took over that little piece of old book, this piece here, but that's all right. Now I think we need this. Some white, just to kind of, yeah, definitely, because I've got a lot of beiges going on. Well, I do have the blue, but so my daughter Lindsay had a successful surgery, which we are thrilled with. She's still in a lot of pain, but not as much. For those of you who don't know Lindsay, Lindsay is my youngest daughter, and she is a sweetheart. She's everybody's sweetheart, including the communities. I'm sure you all know who I'm talking about. But for those of you who don't, she was in a little over 2 years ago, she was in an explosion at work and was burned over 67% of her body. She was the only survivor out of 5 people. So she's still, unfortunately, having surgeries. So when she does, she likes me to be there. I like to be there. I should do an update because I get a lot of messages asking me how she's doing. And I always keep saying I'm going to do an update, and I forget. I used to do an update like every 6 months or so, but you know how it goes. But she's doing well. She's a real trooper. She's a sweetie. Okay, what next? Tea stained. Plain tea stained, or maybe, is that too close? Yeah, I think so. I think I'll use this. I love the texture of this paper. I love the texture of the linen paper, and I love it when it's embossed. The last box of linen paper I got at Salvation Army. I couldn't believe it because it's so expensive. And this is the 24 pound, which is even more. It's like $40 for a box, and the box was not open. And it was $2 for the box. I'm thinking, why? You need to feed people, but I'll take it. But I do like to go to Salvation Army because they feed the homeless, and I really like to support them, and they always have tons of old office supplies, and they're like my favorite thing to buy when, you know, when I go thrifting. That and photos and postcards. That didn't go on very straight. And then I'll just stick this piece here. I love the treble clefs. I hate it when I can't get it so that it will fit in my journal. I flip it all over the place so I can get them because I just love them. I just think they're so pretty. Okay, so let's see. Sip of tea, and oh, I have like a yellow. That's a digital, but I don't know whose. That looks pretty. Or should I do this blue? I have a lot of blue in my journal. I'm gonna do the yellow. Looks good. We'll put something at the bottom. I don't think I have another piece of that, but it's pretty. Let me just cut and see where I am. I might not have to put anything. I don't have to put anything. Oh, that works out well. Okay, so now let's do this. This is Not Tonight, Josephine. I think I'll put it on this side. Oh dear. It's music paper. That was funny. Printed in the USA. That was funny. I don't know why, but it was. I didn't really get that up to the top, so I'm gonna try very hard. No, this is not gonna work. That's all right. So, I think we'll use this wider book page. And I'm not going to bother cutting off the top and the bottom. There we go. Now down here, I think I'm going to go right across. Oh, wait a minute. It's upside down. It's backwards. I think I'm going to go right like this with this little piece. So save your little pieces until you're done with your, oh my gosh, what do they call it? And I think I'll put one more thin strip there. And take this off, take that off, and I know what that is. Do I have any more? Oh, wait a minute. No, that's a little piece. There's some more book page, bookend page. That's book too light. I could go right on top of that with that. Was this too close to this? I think so. What do you think? I don't think so. I think it's good. If I thought it was good, then why didn't I leave it there? Oh, wait a minute. I found a piece. I have what my friend Cindy called, what does she call it? I've been away too long. Decision fatigue. It's perfect. There, so now we have got a new piece of paper made from our paper strips. Isn't it beautiful? Oh my gosh, so pretty. So then you just cut it off, get some masking tape, and we're almost done. I think I'm going to go ahead and trim this really carefully. Probably should use my trimmer. I want it straight across when I make my tags. And the top wasn't. There. Here we go. Do I have any glue on this? No. All right, so you want to turn it over to this side. This is the underneath side. These are the sides, you know, we glued all the strips. So turn it over. You don't need your glue stick anymore. And get some masking tape. And let's see. Or any kind of tape. But if you're not going to sew it, then you definitely want to tape it because it will fall through. You don't want that. Okay, I'm going to be stitching it, but if you're not going to stitch it, definitely use tape. I'm not going to stitch it in the video. You'll see it in the next project. Just want to trim that little piece of tape off. And make sure you've got it flat. Masking tape looks pretty, I think. And it really holds well. My poor husband, every time he buys like a roll of, or a package of, you know, you get it at the hardware store, a package of like 5 rolls, he's always coming in saying, masking tape? I use a lot of masking tape. So I always have to hand it over. That and his medical tape. So this just keeps everything together. I'll turn that in a minute. And I'll do one more at the bottom. And then just trim up where you need to. These are my tape scissors. I don't use my paper scissors for trimming tape because they get sticky. But they clean really well with hand sanitizer. That's what I use to clean everything. I'm just trimming this tape at the bottom because I got way too close to the edge there. Oh. So then, when you're finished with that, there, now you're done. Well, almost. There. Take your bone folder or anything, a credit card, whatever you have, and go across that tape so that it sticks. See this little piece here? It didn't glue all the way down, so I'm just going to stick some glue under it. And push it down. And you'll see that when you turn it over, if you have any pieces that need to be glued, you'll see it when you flip it over. So just make sure that's down really well so that your items don't fall apart. And you can do anything with these. It's a collage board, really. But it's nice because, I mean, you could even put that in a signature or, you know, use it as a signature or whatever. So now what you want to do is tags. Oh, I have some templates that I use, and this is just, I get it at the Dollar Tree for those of you that are not in the United States. They're just cutting mats. Not cutting boards, but cutting mats. And I use this for all my templates so I can see through them. Of course, with this, you don't have to see through it, but it will make my tag. So I don't want to make my tags any bigger than this because my signature isn't really that big, you know. So I am going to take my tag. Oh, I need my cutter again. Sorry. I think this is 3.5, 3.25. Don't remember. So I'm going to go, whatever this is. I think it's 3.25. Nope. It's 3.5. So, oh, I really want to get that in there. That's all right. I will move it over just a little bit so it can get in the next one. So there's one. And I'll make this one 3.5, or maybe I'll make it 3.25. Let's see. I'm going to turn this way. I'm going to make these 3 and them the same size. Because you could use those for journaling cards. Or whatever you wish. That's going to be a cute tag. Oh my goodness, I love it. Okay, so here we go. Now we just take our template. Oh, wait a minute, these are too long. I forgot how long these are, 6. And well, those are going to be cute too. I don't know what for, but they'll be cute. Okay, so I'm just going to make tags out of these using this. It's my template. This one. And you can decorate these, and I'll show you any way you want. That looks like it needs to. It's all right. It's got to be right. It is. These I'll save as journaling cards, but I'm going to clip the edges. I mean, you could use your corner rounder, but they look pretty good like that. So, or you can just leave them the way they were. So now you have these pretty, aren't they pretty? They're so pretty. There's that one, and that one. There's this tag. And there's this tag. And they're very lightweight, so you can back them, you can leave them as they are. Let me get these out of the way. Let me make a cute little tag out of this, because tags are cute, right? So I'm just going to snip this off and turn it around, put it over here, so I have the same on both sides. Come on. Oh dear. Come on. Out. I think I got my finger. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. Isn't that cute? That's so cute. I don't know what I'll do with those yet, but they'll be something. We'll see. So then, here's one that I already made. And all I do for these is I punch holes in here. Let's see if I can get one. With my smallest round punch, which I don't know where it is. I probably put it away a long time ago. Nope. So you could do this with tea stain paper. You could do it with book page. But I'll see if I can get another one. I am so stingy with paper, guys. I really am a paper snob. Oh. Nope. I think it's just gonna be, oh wait, nope. I think this has had it. I've cut enough out of there, but it's not a problem. I have some over here. Maybe not. Well, we'll use something else. How about, should we use some book page? I mean, you could use anything you want for your little hole reinforcers. Where is another piece of that? No, I don't want white. I'll use this. So I just take whatever tea stain paper. It doesn't matter. Ugh. Unless it doesn't want to cut. And that's the wrong one. Look. It's okay. Just get your smallest round punch and then your crocodile. Where is it? Why isn't it here? Because I don't see it in my bin. Odd. Anyway, that's what I do. I punch the small, it's right here in front of me. I punch the smallest one with the smallest one, and this doesn't have a size on it. I could measure it. So I just make a whole bunch. I have a little box of them. All different colors, shapes, sizes. Well, not sizes, they're all the same size. And this is what I do with some cutoffs. Yep. And, yep. And then, for those of you who haven't done this before, take some glue and just find a darker one. Oh, that's good. And I'm just gonna put it a little bit below because I'm gonna be sewing on it. I'm gonna be sewing around it. So I'm gonna put it down a little bit lower than the very, very top. Just, you don't need that much. And I go kind of around because, like around the edge, not in the middle, because then I'm going to use my crocodile to punch the hole in it. These are so pretty. I really like these. These came out great. And like I said, you can decorate them, I'll show you, with pretty much anything. Or you can leave them the way they are. So I have pictures here. This is I am down to, let's see, what page? I'm taking apart my father-in-law's scrapbook, well, photo album. And I'm at 1942. It goes back to the 1800s. So I'm almost done. Gosh. But I take everything off, or at least I try. And then, because I want to use them in the pictures I take, if they're doubles, I don't scan them. So I'm going to peel this off because I'm going to use, well, see, that didn't come off good. So I won't use down there, but here it's fine. Lake Michigan near someplace, and with Emily, Mimi, and Christy, I have no idea. So then I just put them on this, and I love this. You know, where the glue, where the rubber cement, actually, that's what it was. It was rubber cement is what they used. That's what it was called. Probably need a heavier pair of scissors, because this is like cardstock. But I love it. I love it. Every way to use it. And I have a ton of it because he made the most beautiful scrapbooks and photo albums. So I backed these. You don't have to back them. You can back them with paper. You can back them with cardstock. I just like that look. You know, I don't know, I just like it. I also like to put photos on it. You know, this is my sister-in-law, Caroline, when she was a baby. She'd be in her mid-80s now, 83, but she passed away when she was 27. So, here and here. Now I already put my hole in my with my crocodile there, but that's okay. For this one, I put this little tag here. Notice what makes you happy and what makes your heart beat. Then I'm going to take this crocodile and use the biggest hole and go back in where that hole is already. And then I'll put either string on it or I'll put, I don't know what. So that's that one. For these, I used some, let me just grab it, spackling compound. And you can dye this with re-inkers, and it's really pretty. So if you have like, you know, Tim Holtz re-inkers, they work really, really well to dye. But I didn't dye these, I just left it the spackle white, and it dries really fast, and it's very inexpensive, and it does a really good job. And that was an idea from Heather at Ruby and Pearl, who got the idea from Sweet Angie. And I have been using it since. I like it so much better than the modeling paste. The modeling paste takes forever to dry, and sometimes it will lift your paper. I don't want to, I want to save these scraps for something if I need them. And I'm going to push that hole right again because, there. So there's two, and I won't cut them all out right now. And let me show you the other ones I made that I have not backed yet, because I made them in the video and I lost you. So this is decorated and backed, and this is decorated pretty much. I mean, you don't really have to do a lot to them because they're collaged. And that's got a back. She's at the beach, so I definitely want to put her somewhere in. Oh, I could put her on a tag, look. Isn't that cute? Oh my gosh, and with little photo corners. How sweet. And that's Caroline. And 19, actually, this isn't that book. This is 19, forget. I'll have to look. But it was like, I had like 6 of the same picture. But anyway, that's a good idea. So you could put a picture there. For the journaling card, maybe, this is another one that's not backed yet. Tag with a little hole in it, that's the back. Here is the one with the little mackerel on it. So you could put a photo or nothing. And this is another one, and some more that aren't backed yet. And you don't have to back them. They look really kind of cool. And they have such a nice texture, and they're just so pretty. So that is, I think, all that I wanted to tell you. But it'll be nice once it's all stitched around. Just make sure if you're not going to stitch, you're going to tape that really well. I would actually, if you weren't going to, well, once you glue it down, everything's going to stay down. If you're going to, you know, if you want to back it, everything stays down and nice, and that's got the, some more modeling, not modeling paste, but the other paste. So yeah, this just has some flowers, little tag. You could use stamps. I have a ton of photos because I love photos. So there's that one. There's a little wide one. You could put sentiments, words. That looks adorable. There's a little tag. She could go on. Well, she just fits on that. Where are those journaling cards? Look at all the tags I have, guys. I don't know what I did with the journaling cards. Oh well. Doesn't matter, right? So that's it for today's video. Thank you very much for staying until the end. And I hope that you have a great day, and I will be back with a video hopefully tomorrow. What did I do with those journaling cards? There they are. Will she fit on there? She sure will. And I have a whole box over here as well. She's from oh my goodness, Tracy Fox. And I don't know all of these pictures, whether they're Tracy Fox or not. These are, I'm going to do a video on these. These are negatives that I make. But yeah, I have a whole box. If anybody's wondering about this kit, it's called Joyful. And it is great photos. I don't have all joyful ones in here, but they are so fun. Look at this one. So fun. So yeah, anyway, you could do photos. Some of these are my own. But actually that how to make the negatives is a video I am planning on doing hopefully tomorrow. So you might get 2 videos because it is nighttime here in Florida. But I'll be putting it up in the morning. So enjoy the rest of your day or evening or morning or wherever you are. And enjoy your weekend. Until next time, be well, be safe, be kind to yourself and others, and God bless. Love you all. Bye.